Quiet you. To quote from the classics, g'day. It's Matt here, and today I'm going to tell you about an acquaintance of mine, Stephen, or Steve, Stevie Baby. Steve's a dick, and I knew he was a dick the moment I met him, because when he was introduced to me, he went into a short but very intense diatribe about how his name is Stephen and not Steve and not Stevie, and it's spelt with a PH. And he was just really intense about it, and kind of it threw up that red flag that think this person's not all there. But I thought I'll play along. It's spelt with a PH, like Stephen. He said, no, the PH is in the middle. I said, 7? But that's a chemistry joke, and Steve doesn't do that sort of thing. Stevie Baby is racist and sexist in the best traditions of middle-aged white Australian men. He's homophobic, he's transphobic, he's finding new people to hate at an alarming rate. Anyone who's not Steve pisses Steve off. People at the boat ramp, brown people, women, me. He's just ornery and full of hate. But we do agree on one thing. We both think that comedy is very important. We both think that humour is important. I think humour and comedy are important because it's a form of social gambit. Making a joke is putting yourself out there. And making someone laugh and someone making you laugh is a kind of social bonding. It's one of the ways that we find our feet in the social structures that we construct, our families, our communities, our society. It feels good to be seen as funny and to know funny people. Stevie Baby thinks comedy is important because, in his mind, it lets him off the hook for being a dick and kicking downhill at people, being a racist prick, being a sexist moron. It's just a joke. And there's this disjunct happening with him because he thinks that comedy is important to the point that he'll get on a soapbox and talk about free speech and how we have to be able to make jokes about people. It's part of what holds our society together. And then when he's on the back foot, it's just a joke. It suddenly shrinks down from being a very important thing to a very unimportant thing. And I don't really buy that. I don't know if he even believes it, but it's a tool that he uses to keep himself out of trouble with HR. And the other plank in that mode is the truth. Stevie Baby is very intense about truth. So if he uses a racial or a sexual stereotype, he'll argue that, well, it's true, as though the racist or sexist or homophobic or transphobic or deeply personal thing that he's just said to someone doesn't matter. If it's true in one instance in all of history, it's true. You can't get at me. It's funny. It's just a joke. And there's truth to it. And I don't know if he believes that's super important either. So I decided, being the experimental scientist that I am, to test Steve's resolution when it comes to the value of comedy and truth within comedy. And I said to him yesterday, hey Steve, last night I fucked your dad. And he didn't think that was funny. He said, fuck off, Matt. You know my dad died 2 weeks ago. I said, well, I never said he was into it. Now, that's a necrophilia joke, and that's not to everyone's taste. Some people think the dead are sacred. I'm not one of them. Steve is. But then I thought, well, what about the other plank in Steve's approach to comedy? Like, I'm not a necrophile, but I'm willing to commit to the bit.